You ever feel like were you cutting much weight for those? Because I feel like sometimes you faded later on, and you corrected that later on in your career. I felt like.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that I had celiac disease, which caused my hormones to be messed up. But if you look at me, I have a concave chest. Like it's pretty deep, not as deep as like some guys. But so what happens when my heart starts beating really, really fast is I can open up my mouth and my heart beats on my lungs. So I'll be like, like just from standing there, it'll my heart pushes on my lungs. So I get gassed out pretty quick. And so I knew this no matter how hard I trained, but I didn't know that I had a hormone problem at the time either. So that included with my celiac disease, my cardio just never was. I could train really hard. I could get up there, get it as high, but it was never as good as the average guy that could train, that could get his cardio up there. I always had that kind of problem. So knowing that, I figured that I could just, I better push it all. Be a fast starter and, go as hard as I can right off the bat. And, that was my strength, and my weakness was if you could weather the storm, I think that was kind of like it worked just against Matt Hughes, as he was more of a slow starter. And, if he gets going, then he's like a train that's hard to stop. So, but he makes a lot of mistakes at the beginning. So that's kind of why it was a bad matchup for him. I was a fast starter.
I would say, like, the first time I ever saw you, we had that grappling match, and we both met in the finals. We got to Abu Dhabi, and it was like a 20-minute thing, and you didn't run out of gas there. I did, man. I remember last 5 minutes, nobody moved. It was 0-0, and then you wait until there's 1 minute left, and you go, "You ready?" I go, "Yep." And then we went for a minute. It was a year's thing, Miguel. Remember? And then you passed my guard and won. So it's just like. Yeah, you didn't run out of gas there. You were plenty good there.
No, but we were just grappling. Like,
yeah, that's true.
It was hard for me to transition because I wasn't like you. I wasn't real familiar with boxing and stuff. So the anaerobic compared, and then the switching from aerobic to anaerobic for me was I really didn't figure that out until later on in my career. So if I could just. Okay. Like that match, I stalled as long as I could because I knew you were a pretty slick grappler. So I just tried to keep it slow and keep the score down because I knew that I could score, and score some points in a short period of time. But I'd be tired after that. So I waited till there was a little bit of time left and tried to explode.
That was hilarious, man. I just remember that every couple of minutes. How much time left? It's like 5 minutes. How much time? 3 minutes. Let's go. That was funny as could be, man. So
right.
It works.
Smart move. So with